we're going to be looking at my IoT moisture sensor. This is just part one. Part two will cover the actual final integration of an IoT MCU and the programming and data logging. But it's built upon these super cheap Chinese moisture sensors. How they work is you stick them in the ground or whatever substrate you plan on using. You connect a cable from the sensor to your controller, and with a little bit of programming you can basically read the change in resistance. They do have a few downsides though. They only generally provide a measurement close to the surface. You need to run a cable to them, which around a greenhouse with multiple beds in could get quite time consuming and restrictive. And the other big downside is that the circuitry is exposed to moisture, and this could lead to issues with shorts or corrosion. So what I've done is I've got a plan to try and remove some of those issues. And the big thing is by making the sensor wireless. I'm also looking to be able to bury the moisture sensor deeper in the soil so that I'm going to get a better consistent reading of the lower levels. Another thing I've looked to integrate is temperature. The ability to read temperature is going to be really handy for trying to avoid thermal shock of the roots of the plants. So what I did is I designed in Fusion 360 a quick housing for all of the bits I need and printed them off my 3D printer. To make it simpler to work with the sensor, it's split into three parts. The bottom cap, you can plug in the 18650 battery holder and battery, moisture sensor and the thermal probe. And then all of the associated circuitry is built around that battery. So far I've got about 90% of it wired up. What I'm waiting for is an IoT board with an external Wi-Fi antenna, as one thing I'm concerned about is having 90% of it buried under the ground is that the Wi-Fi connectivity might be affected. The hole in the top of the case is there to basically be able to print different blanks with holes for switches, LEDs and antennas if needed. As always, thank you for watching. If you're interested, like and subscribe, as part 2 will be on it within the next couple of weeks once the parts arrive, showing the final wiring, programming and data logging of the device.